Splorin!
Hey folks, it is your Uncle Splorin Ryan coming to you today, unexpectedly in the morning, from the Lonely Dog here in Orlando. This is an interactive experience, that's how they describe it. Join us today, if you haven't done so already, as we do just a little Splorin. Looks like we are starting off in what they called the infamous whale room, full of these little balls. I am told that we will all end up in there, and these are the shoe bins that go with it, by the time we are done. And it's kept at a balmy 69 degrees. Looks like there's a coffee bar in here, which is always good. It is currently about 9:30 in the morning, and without coffee, this just ain't happening, folks. So let me explain what little I know right now. This is a new immersive experience. This is out in Orlando off of International, near the outlets. If you've been to Orlando before, the outlet malls. This is what they call an immersive experience. As I understand, each area you go into tells a different part of a story. The story of these pooches back here, and cats too, apparently is. So I don't know the story. This place just opened. This is brand new. It's like a week old. So you'll find out as we find out. Oh, there's the chair where you sit in the chair. There's a story behind everything. I am sure we're going to get to know all of these folks pretty soon. So we're getting started in this room. This is, you can see there's a lot of tables here. As I understand, you can come in here. They've got a wine bar, very blues themed, as you can see. You kind of start off in this room. They tell you a little bit about the story. At other times there will be a piano player over there, and trying to spin around to give you the entire layout of the room. This starts you off before you go back out and start the experience itself. Just admiring this little 5-string bass over here. I'm not terribly familiar with the brand, but it's a beautiful looking instrument nonetheless. Surprised they went with a 5-string, however. I also like the decorative guitar they have over there. Difference being, of course, the bass is real, the guitar is decorative. So I'm guessing the cat's name is Celia Cream by this poster. 9 lives and counting. Kind of has like a Great Gatsby feel to it. As you can see, this entire lounge seems to be dedicated to this particular cat. Over there, it's more of like a mod feel to it. But you got your 60s themes going on here. Your older jazz themes going on. Some very cool furniture in here. Very pop, retro pop. Kind of dig this. I can only imagine where this is going to go later. Gift shop, obviously. This is based on Lonely Dog, which is a book, or at least, or potentially a series of books, it looks like. Gonna keep the chatter to a minimum today, folks. You start off here in the mine. It was just explained to us that this is in reference to Lonely Dog in the story being chased into the mine by cats. They certainly did a good job of the theming in here. Wow.
Only one thing is
it's all projection mapped into this room. With the turning of the first page. Now it looks very choppy on the video. That's not how it looks in person. Unfortunately, when you film the digital, it creates that effect on your phone. It's just because of the frame rate. It's actually very smooth and very clear.
Orphan shortly after birth and unaware of the legend he would become. He was born right here in Port Elbridge, a town soaked in the blues like an old pair of jeans. Here, cats and hounds live side by side, though not as equals. The hounds end up serving the cat's every need. Along the Juke River in Houndside, the bars and saloons come alive at the end of each workday with the sounds of legendary blues hounds like Missing to Memphis and Studtail Tonks. Once every decade sees the rare blue moon, and Houndside explodes with midsummer madness as all hound kind gather for the Blue Moon Festival. The four giant smokestacks of the Port Elbridge fish cannery dominate the skyline. Chimneys now stand as a landmark to hound oppression. A time long ago, before the Great Fire, and before cats. Underneath the Asparrow Sea lies what the felines crave the most: whale's milk. Hard-working hounds that risk their tails to get it. His story begins. only would find out much later. His mother was able to save him, but tragically, not herself. Since I turned from soldier to stronger. By the way, my name is Ross, better known around here as Headmaster Flanagan. By having his tomcats burn down the cannery. Thus sell out to Ruttigan to keep the orphanage open, and in doing so, I betrayed my fellow hounds. I never thought would last. Wizard, a bandana, and an old 5-string guitar. This old shed can speak the tales that it could tell of a young, hardy reveler whose dreams went down the well. I know just where I'll stand in this old shed with this guitar playing in my hand.
What did I do to bother you? What made you so mean to me?
The head matron there took pity on Lonely and took him in. The money ran out and I had to close the Houndside orphanage for good. Lonely became Catside's first hound resident. The irresistible sounds of Houndside blues coming from the orphanage nearby. Upon investigating, she was surprised to find a shy young hound left to be the source. Celia had lived with her wealthy grandfather. She grew up like all proper felines, even trained in opera. But nothing really moved her like a good hound skittle record. Celia swore off the pretentious ways of Catside long ago. Some even said she'd gone to the doctor. Where most of Catside's elite socialized in cafes or lounged lazily by the sea, Celia would be out performing at the hottest club in town, the Cocoa Kits. After hours, Lonely Dog would join her on stage, and they would play until the sun rose. The trouble was, Celia's wealthy grandfather was Mayor Ruttigan. I suspect our story would have ended right there. Bronson was the eldest of the orphans and the leader of the Howlers biker gang. into the mountains, through the old abandoned line, towards Freedom Swamp. At Freedom Swamp. Here, his musical roots would continue to grow. Brother Jeroboam, prophet and firebrand preacher, leader of the Mountain Juke Hounds. And amplify it they did, maybe too much, as it led the toms right to it. Was hearing the words, "We've got you now, dog," and it seemed for good this time. It seemed all was lost. But one day, Bronson and his gang of howlers finally came to liberate the hounds and deliver Lonely Dog to Marmalade Mountain. Cancer was too mean. As news of the rescue spread, cats and hounds alike headed in droves to the festival grounds, gathering peacefully, united under the blue moon.
All right, leaving the main room, we're going into what they call the Hall of Frames. And I can see why.
This is some of the left right here. The history of how the whole thing happened and how we got involved in 2019. These are all Wilkins portraits here. Series. Those two. I read the novel. I thought that Lonely Dog was going to marry her. I was sure that he was going to marry her. Yeah.
Looks like this is set up for schools to come in. They can color pictures of the cast of Lonely Dog, put them up on the wall. Obviously this is a very art-based exhibit, so this makes a lot of sense. That leads us back up front to the selfie salon in VR Lounge, which explains what we saw earlier. Heading back out, there's Celia. So you can come out here and take selfies with the different characters and the walls. Obviously very Instagram forward. And then you could actually tag right here at LDIE Orlando. And of course, you just add your selfies to that hashtag. Of course, it's not really a hashtag, is it? So right here, you can see this is their handle, LDIE Orlando. Post your experiences live, great weekly prizes. Looks like you could post your selfies and potentially win a prize. And then, of course, here is the main character that you can get your selfie taken with. He just pointed out that his nose is actually wet, which is kind of a cool detail. So this is the VR lounge.
Stay in the chair.
Yes.
He has to stay in the chair. So, when under, as I will describe it as, we were in 3 different scenes. We started off on the airplane playing pool. Then we were in a different, like a different part of the airplane or a blimp or something. And then finally in the water, milking whales. And you can't help but want to reach out. And in my case, there's this curtain right here. So even though I knew it was VR, I found myself whacking this curtain over and over. And now we understand the whale, where the whale came from. And the bubbles, which I will not be jumping into today. And I believe that's about it from International Drive. This is Lonely Dog, the immersive experience. What else is there to say? Come on out, bring your family, bring your friends, bring cats and dogs. Probably don't bring the cats and dogs. But you know what you can do? You can reach down below, hit the big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hey, we're going to see you next time when we do Just a Little Splorin'.